Hey guys, my name is Jasmine Wilson, and I am going to start sharing with you little pieces of my life. I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel, like back in college, which is like freshman year 2010, and I actually never did. And I feel like, you know what, now that I'm a new mom, I have more insight on certain things and time has passed, so I have built more life experiences. So I wanted to share just like lifestyle choices, mom things, and just share daily vlogs, as well as maybe mini story times and just learning more about me. So if you're interested in that, I would advise to subscribe and keep on watching. So today I wanted to talk about how it is being a first-time mom. My daughter's name is Isla, and she is 1 month old. Her birthday is May 20th, 2020, and she was born during a pandemic, obviously. And needless to say, that in itself was definitely difficult. Being pregnant during COVID-19, because my baby shower actually was canceled, as well as not being able to take my maternity photo shoot, and then also not being able to have my friends and family around during the time that I was pregnant. And it kind of stole the spotlight away, because like when you're pregnant, especially for the first time, you kind of enjoy all of the attention, and it did essentially steal the joy of it a little bit at the end of my pregnancy. I want to say I was 30 weeks pregnant, the start of the pandemic and the lockdown. So it definitely was trying, but it also was relieving in a sense, because I was able to focus more on my pregnancy. I took a step back from work, so I was able to concentrate more. I was able to properly prepare for my baby, because there was just so much to be done. And without having a baby shower, I didn't get all the free stuff. So it was really nice to just go on a shopping spree on my own and just get what my baby needed. But also too, I did get a lot of great stuff on my registry, and I appreciate that from my family and friends. So I did want to touch base on things that first-time moms first experience, that you kind of knew what was going to happen, but you're never really properly prepared for it until you go through it. So the first thing is definitely the lack of sleep. And it doesn't help, because at the end of your third trimester, you cannot sleep anyways. I was so uncomfortable for so long. I felt like my pregnancy took forever to end, because I was just so uncomfortable every night. Not only did I have like pubic bone pain, because I have no hips, so I just feel like that was a big issue, because my pubic bone was literally just like broken. It felt broken. I couldn't even walk properly. So laying down with that issue was excruciating. And then getting up to use the bathroom 1,000 times at night. So with the lack of sleep there, with probably only sleeping on 3 to 4 hours of sleep my third trimester, and then having a newborn child right after that, and then always worrying about all of her needs, it was like I just don't sleep. I'm used to it now. But a key thing that I definitely suggest, and I'm sure we already know, is just napping when she naps. I nap with her. I literally have turned into a couch potato, because what I'll do is right when she goes to sleep, and I will definitely take advantage of that and just go ahead and take one nap with her, and that'll rejuvenate me for the whole day. I'll be able to do what I need to do, which takes me to my next topic, which is prioritizing your time is essential as a first-time mom, I guess as a mom in general, because you literally, like, when they're sleeping, the best thing you can do is, if you need to wash dishes, if you need to clean all the bottles, if you need to do the laundry, prepare for dinner, you need to do that right then and there. You can't, you know, dilly-dally on your phone. You can't listen to music real fast. You can't watch TV, your favorite show. Like, you need to go do that now. So when that's done, by the time those chores are done, your baby's gonna be up. So definitely prioritizing your time is essential, because you're like, it's like a race against time all the time, and moms understand that. Another thing is having that support person, whether it be your mom, an aunt, a sibling, or your significant other. With COVID-19, obviously I don't have a lot of people around me, so the main support person that I have, that I'll always have, is my husband. He's always going to be here. He's been helping me with everything, and without him, I don't know what I would do, because I would lose my mind, especially after leaving the hospital and having that major recovery period, especially after like a natural birth. You're in so much pain that you need that support person. You need somebody that's gonna get up and grab the baby materials, and you need somebody that's going to uplift you when you're a little down. You're gonna be going through so many hormonal changes that you just need someone. You really do. And I'm just so grateful that I have him permanently here to be there for me. Lastly, I wanted to touch base on breastfeeding. With breastfeeding, it is a choice, and there is a lot of like pressure that comes with breastfeeding, or telling you to breastfeed. A lot of people will always tell you, well, breast is best, even down to the pediatrician that you just met, because you have to choose one when you're about to have your child, and they tell you, are you gonna breastfeed? You should. And that's pressure. That's peer pressure. That's pressure right there to be that mom that breastfeeds. And I'm not gonna lie, initially I actually was dead set on formula feeding my child, because that's what I knew. My sisters were formula fed, I was formula fed, everyone I know was formula fed. So to be told like you should breastfeed, it was like, it was a lot of contemplating on my end. When the pandemic occurred, it became very obvious to me that I should breastfeed, because breastfeeding, well, breast milk in general just has like the proper nutrients to build your child's immune system. It has everything that your baby needs. I just feel like breast milk, it's just that super juice. Breast milk is super juice, because my baby came out 5 pounds 8 ounces, and she's touching 10 pounds. So I just feel like, you know, it's just that shit. But formula is too, because it was, if formula wasn't right for babies, then why the fuck would it be made, right? So anywho, the struggles of breastfeeding. I left the hospital just strictly producing colostrum. That night that I had came home, I had passed a blood clot that was like the size of a golf ball. No, if not bigger. It had to be even the size of like a lemon or larger, to where it terrified me. So I had Meech is my husband, take me to the emergency room. And because of COVID-19, my husband and my child wasn't able to come with me into the emergency room. So with my baby being strictly fed on my breast, I was unable to feed her, and I was in the emergency room for 5+ hours. So she was hungry within like the second hour that I was stuck in the emergency room. I had told the nurses that I need to feed my child. Like I was at the point where I didn't even care about myself anymore. That's being a mom. I just wanted to discharge so I can go and feed my child. And they kept telling me that I could not, and that I could pump, and they would bring it out to my husband in the car. And I was like, what am I gonna pump? I'm feeding her colostrum straight from my breast. Like literally, there's not even enough. What could I know that I heard that like you can feed colostrum through like a syringe and like on a spoon, but like how was that gonna, without germs, gonna get to my baby outside in the parking lot to the car? So they like took forever to even get like a breast pump to me inside of the room. And on top of that, like my husband calls me and I can hear my child just straight up just losing it in the background, and he had never had to deal with that. This is the first night that we returned home from the hospital after giving birth. So long story short, she had to be supplemented with formula while I was taken care of in the emergency room. Turns out nothing wrong. There was nothing wrong with me. I guess it was just normal bleeding, even though that was a big ass clot of blood that came out of me. I guess it was just built up and it just passed all at once when I returned home. When she had supplemented with that bottle while I was in the emergency room, and because the nipple releases the milk faster than it would come out of my own breast, when I tried to breastfeed her after that, she would not latch. She just would not latch, and she would get so frustrated to the point where it hurt my feelings. So I was just like, I guess I'm just gonna have to breast pump. So I used the breast pump for the first time, which that was a new experience because I didn't even know how to use the breast pump. I had to YouTube that. And then from that point on, I started bottle feeding her. So I exclusively pump. And people still tell me, and the pressures of breastfeeding with lactation consultants, oh, you should still try to feed her from your breast. Don't worry, when she's hungry enough, she will latch. Your pediatrician is telling you the same thing. And it's like, no, she's not latching. Even to the point when they watch me physically do it and she's not latching because she just doesn't want to. She's kind of lazy on the tit. So they're just like, oh, she's just not latching. I'm like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock, I know that. So yes, with all that being said, I have exclusively decided to pump my milk through a breast pump, and she feeds by bottle. So with all that, that's already like a big decision as a mom. And the whole time you're judging yourself. If you're a good mom, you judge yourself the whole time because you just want the best for your child, and it is stressful, period. That's just what it is. It's just stressful. But my advice to all moms is don't be so hard on yourself. If my mom can do it, I can do it, okay? So I try not to be so hard on myself. It's definitely trial and error when you're a mother. It's definitely a lot of change, but it's such a blessing. And I would say Meech and I, we are enjoying every bit of it. And we just don't want her to grow up too fast, because it's just gonna, we know that it's gonna go by so fast. So we just wanna enjoy all of it. Like on social media, it feels like we document every piece of our life, and we don't. We enjoy so much of it. We have so many moments that we don't even capture. And that's authenticity. I feel like our lives, for all of the time that I've ever been with him, it's always been so authentic and so real, and we actually do live in the moment. And that's what we're doing with our baby. Being a new mom is the best thing that has ever happened to me. And also being a new wife. And if you're interested in ever hearing about being a wife, let me know down in the comments, and like and subscribe this video, and let me know if you're interested in learning 10 things that you never knew about me, because that would be the next video if anyone is interested. So I hope you enjoyed this, and everybody be blessed and take care.